We mentioned Jared Goff. He returns to Los Angeles to face your Rams on Sunday. Here is Jared Goff talking about his opportunity to stick it to the team that treated him like a hot potato earlier this year and dumped him onto the Lions.
To sum it up, I think it would be selfish of me to let any emotion get to me or to think of it that way. And of course, pregame, you're going to see your friends and your old teammates, old coaches, old staff members, and that'll be good to see them. But when that whistle blows, man, it's the same as any other game, and the emotions will be out the window by then. So they're really out the window by now, I guess. It would be selfish of me to have any of that going into this game.
Some of those shoulder pads. He looks like a kid in an ill-fitting Halloween costume, doesn't he?
Man.
He doesn't look like that during the games. I'm just saying, what's up with the shoulder pads? Am I wrong there? There's just something weird going on with the shoulder pads.
It's practice pads, not a game, not a game. Practice, man. Why you have a practice?
I got you. And I didn't say anything about his tiny little baby hands. I was just, it was that or the shoulder pads. So I went with the shoulder pads instead and did not mention the other thing. Hey, this is a buzzsaw for Jared Goff. And I saw that Dan Campbell defended Goff and we can win with Goff. Somebody must have said to Campbell, let's not trash publicly the best option we have by far on the roster because, maybe we're going to try to trade him after the season too. But this is Goff's chance. We know the subtext, and everybody's going to say all the right things. I think there's even more acrimony potentially between Goff and Sean McVay than there was between Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, Myles.
Potentially. I mean, publicly, he also said in that press conference, I have so much respect for Sean McVay and everything he does on the field. And, somebody brought up the fact that Sean McVay had said, I could have handled the communication aspect better. And Goff said, that's big of him. It takes a man in order to say that. And it's interesting still for me to see him in a Lions uniform and wearing a Lions helmet and having a Lions background. The game balls behind me that I got from the Los Angeles Rams are basically from him, right? This one, that's from, the game against the Kansas City Chiefs that they won at the Coliseum. Jared Goff was an extremely big part of my career coming up as a young writer. So it's just kind of bizarre for me to now see the way that all of this has unfolded and the way the relationship between Sean McVay and Jared Goff deteriorated. And Goff also said today that there was maybe more of that made, the deterioration of that relationship than was maybe true. But maybe that's the way he feels from his side. But I think that based on everything we know, he's not in Los Angeles anymore. There's a reason why they wanted to get rid of him in the first place. So I don't know, man. I respect Goff for saying that publicly, but I feel like privately there's maybe a little more going on under the surface there.
At the age I'm at now, at 56, I have realized a concept in recent years that I refer to as reaching my lifetime limit of whatever it may be. A thing, a person. I've reached my lifetime limit of fireworks, for example. I've seen them. I've done it. There's nothing new that you're going to show to me that is going to make me go ooh and ah. I just don't care anymore. Certain things, you just say, I've had enough. And Sean McVay abruptly reached his lifetime limit of coaching Jared Goff. And Goff, if anything, should be happy because he never should have gotten the contract he got. He should be grateful that Sean McVay didn't realize that he shouldn't have given him all that money. I mean, all the money that Goff has, a lot of it, what he's earned since 2019, is a result of Sean McVay giving him a contract he shouldn't have given him. So we'll see what he does. We'll see what they do. Hey, Myles, the Rams know him better than anyone. They know his weaknesses. They know his strengths. The defense knows him. Sean McVay knows how to scheme against him. I'd love to know how much time Sean McVay is spending this week with Raheem Morris to help Raheem Morris come up with concepts that will confuse and confound and ultimately create issues for Jared Goff.
I would bet that it's a lot. I would bet that it's a whole lot because Sean McVay is not the kind of person that's gonna let an opportunity to win or let an opportunity to give himself a competitive advantage. He's not gonna let that go by. And that, having covered him for as long as I did, that I feel very confident in saying that he's spending a lot of time scheming up things for Jared Goff to make him look bad and make the Rams defense look good. And I'll tell you this too. I am sure Aaron Donald is looking forward to getting a piece of Goff after, being his teammate for 5 years, and he's wearing that red jersey, and you can't touch Jared. You can't touch Jared. I'm sure that Donald wants to put him in his quarterback graveyard.
All right. Excellent point. And one thing we know about Aaron Donald, you don't want to get too close to him when you're throwing, because when you follow through, those hands, regardless of size, may hit his arm or his helmet, and then you got a real problem.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.